collector who does sell his collectibles owns galleries in Beverly Hills, New York, and Boston. Les?
That's right, Robin. Kenneth Rendell specializes in historical documents. His authenticated George Washington letter recently sold for $2.5 million. Not surprisingly, his customers aren't the kind of people restricted by budget.
There have been many very well-known people who have been major collectors in this field. The late Malcolm Forbes, the late Armand Hammer, Ross Perot has bought some very major manuscripts, paying nearly $2 million for one. Queen Elizabeth has collected letters of previous queens of England to put into the collection at Windsor Castle. It seems that interesting people are interested in other interesting people.
A journey back in time. Rendell's Gallery is the world's most expensive history class.
People are always amazed at the fact that you can get documents of some of the really legendary characters. For example, Henry VIII. What's interesting is that Henry VIII, like all kings, always signed at the top because nothing could be higher than they were. Michelangelo is extremely rare. This is the only piece that we've ever had, and the opportunity to acquire Michelangelo is likely to only happen once in someone's lifetime.
In contrast, a sketch doodled by Disney himself as a souvenir for a visitor to the original Magic Kingdom. A check from billionaire miser John Paul Getty for under $4 is now worth 625 times that amount. Al Capone's checks for his mother's mortgage are now untouchable, as are highly prized collectibles from the court of Camelot.
These Christmas cards, and there were about 20 of them originally, were signed by John Kennedy and Jackie Kennedy before they left for Dallas in November 1963. These were personal Christmas cards to have been sent out for Christmas of 1963.
The key to commandeering collectibles is knowing what's hot and what's not. Right now, the big money's on a music boom. From Bach to the Beatles, Rendell's top dollar treasures span Armstrong to Amadeus.
Mozart is perhaps the most popular composer of all time. What you see that's fascinating when you look at a Mozart manuscript is that there are no corrections. It just flowed. These ideas, entire works were just done without correction. Buddy Holly is rare because he was killed in the plane crash. Generally speaking, material of Buddy Holly runs from about $2,000 to $5,000. The Beatles are unbelievably popular. Fortunately, the Beatles signed a lot of material. So they run in price from about $2,000 for a page signed by the four of them, up to a Sgt. Pepper album that they signed for $8,500.
All told, the collection is worth a whopping $10 million. Most of Rendell's treasures are acquired by making offers that people just can't refuse.
Almost everything that we get has descended through a family, and it hits a point where the commercial value exceeds the sentimental value within the family.
Another